Course 2, we are on lesson 25, and we are going to be dealing with something called division of fractions. So today, we get to divide a fraction. All right, so I'm going to show you something here that's not in the lesson. If I want to divide 1/2 by 1/2, how do I actually do this? Well, this division problem is going to turn into a multiplication problem. However, this division problem, this division symbol, even though it translates to a multiplication problem, that means we have to do something to this fraction. So, this fraction stays the same, 1/2. This fraction, because of the division, we have to multiply by what's called the reciprocal. So all we did was we flipped this fraction around. So the problem of 1/2 divided by 1/2 really means 1/2 times 2 over 1, which equals 2 over 2, or 1. Both of these are acceptable answers. Okay, so that is the basics for division as far as fractions are concerned. So example 1 on page 176 gives A and B. A says, how many 2/3 are in 1? What that really means is 1 divided by 2/3. Because if we know that there are 2/3 in 1, we want to know how many there are. Okay, so what is that? We just said that that is like 1 over 1 times 3 over 2, which equals 3 over 2. Whoa, let's try a 2, not a 9. Okay, so the answer to A is 3/2. We can redo that and say 1 and 1/2 because both of those are the same answer. B says, how many 2/3 are in 3? Well, the same is true. 3 divided by 2 over 3, or what we're really saying is 3 over 1 times the reciprocal, right? 3 over 2, which is equal to, 3 times 3 is 9 over 2. So B's answer is 9 over 2, or we could do this and we could say that it is 4 and 1/2. Same thing. 9/2, 4 and 1/2 is the same as saying 3/2 and 1 and 1/2. Okay? So hopefully that's not too difficult. Let's look at example 2, which is a similar thing. A says 1 divided by 2/5. Well, what that really means is 1 over 1 times the reciprocal, right? Every time we divide, we move the second fraction, we move upside down. So it's going to be 5 over 2. What does that equal? 5 over 2. Not hard math there. Okay. B shows this problem. 3 over 4 divided by, what is it? 2/5. Okay. What does that really mean? 3 over 4 times what? We do something to this fraction. We flip it, which is 5 over 2. Now, we just multiply straight across. So 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 2 is 8. There's our answer. Okay? Not really difficult problems. Let's do one more. Example 3 on page 177. It is 2/3 divided by 3/4. Okay, what that really means is 2/3 times what? Something over something. What have I said? We have to do the reciprocal. So what does that mean? It means the 4, right, here, 3, right, here. All right, you do the math. 4 times 2 is, you're right, 8. 3 times 3 is, of course, not too hard. Okay. All right. Um, I think that's the lesson as far as the difficulty of it. I don't know that you're going to have too many questions. If you do have questions, I'm here to ask, and we'll work through those if you have them. All right. Have a good lesson. Hope you do well on it.